Now I try to share my screen. Okay, please respond through chat box whether it is able to see you or not. Okay, my start my session. Okay, in the last class we are discussing about what is a primary key and what is a foreign key and what are the types of DDL commands and DML commands, DCL commands and TCL commands. I hope all of the members understood. So what is a DDL command and what is a DML command and what is the DCL command and what is the TCL command. So if any member is having any type of the doubt, you can ask me personally, no problem. Okay. So in this session, we try to discuss about data types of the SQL, and another thing is the date functions and time functions. Okay. So my continue my session. So just we try to discuss. So what we discussed in the last class. Okay. So in the last class, we are discussing about DDL commands and DML commands. Okay. Just to try to overlook one time. Okay. So in the last class, we are discussing about the relational data model. So what is a relational key and what is the relational schema? Am I right? Relational instance. What is the meaning of relational instance? So first of all, what is a relation? Relation means nothing but a table. Relational instance means nothing but how many number of rows are maintained in a table. Relational schema means how many number of columns or attributes in a table. At the same time, what is the name of the table also? So relational key means nothing but like as a primary key. So nothing but uniquely identifies the data from the database. So we are consider some examples also, and how we are restricting the null values into the database. How we are restricting the null values into the database. So when we are specifying the keyword is not null. If you observe here, so create table name, and here the table name is customers id int not null. So that means if you are specifying like this, then definitely this attribute not accepting the null value. What is the meaning of null value? Absence of the user value, not a zero. Okay. So if the user is uh, if the user is not assigning the value for that particular field, so that will be treated as not null, but that is not equal to 0. Okay, remember this. In the exam point of view, asking maybe the question is 7 marks. So what is the problem with the null values and how we are identify the null values and how we are restricting the null values? So like this. Okay, if you are accepting the null values into the database, then we are not able to perform our required operations efficiently. So that is the problem. So that means what we are performing the operations in the database, so nothing but insertion, deletion, right? Or maybe updation, modification, whatever it may be. So those type of operations are not performed exactly. So when we are allowing the null values into the database and we are not able to perform comparison. Okay, so those are the problems. Okay, and another thing, here we are discussing about so how we are find out the null values. For example, select ID, name, age, address, salary from customers where salary is not null. So if you are giving the keyword is like this, then it will be find out. So where is which type of field is not having the not null? Only that type of details will be displayed. Okay, I think you are able to observe here. So these are having the salaries. Salary is not null. So if it is salary is null, so then displaying last two. So we can see in the example also. Thus, where salary is null means displaying the which is having the which type of field is not having the assign any value. Only those attributes displayed. So we're already discussing about this, and here we are discussing about different types of constraints, integrity constraints. What is the purpose of integrity constraints? These are used for inserting correct data into the database. Okay, so that means if the user is entered the wrong value, so then that user is guided by the database management system. So that means, for example, if the user is enter wrong data, then it will be giving the suggestion. So you don't try to enter this type of data, and this is the format. Okay, and this is the format to enter the data like this. Okay, and we are consider the different types of integrity constraints: domain constraint, entity integrity constraint, differential integrity constraint, key constraint. In the exam point of view, this is very important question. Okay, what is the integrity constraint? First of all, so integrity means nothing but we are inserting our required rules into the database. For example, maybe we are inserting some rules. For example, if we are based upon the primary key, then what is the rule? So it is not accepting the duplicated value, and it is not accepting the null value. So there is nothing but one rule. If it is a referential integrity or foreign key, so then what is the rule? So whatever it may be, we are maintaining in the prime table. So those type of values only allowed into the secondary table. Am I right? So that is the rule. So in the same way, domain constraint, what is the rule? So here we are assigning some data type. Only this data type is allowed. Okay. So only that is allowed. So in the same way, entity integrity constraint. So nothing but here we are assigning some nothing but integrity constraint for the entity. So these are the different types of constraints. So just to try to see and we try to revise once. Okay, domain constraints can be defined as the definition of valid set of values for an attribute. The data type of domain includes string, character, integer, time, date, currency, etc. The value of the attributes must be available in the corresponding domain. So that means, for example, if you are observe here, so from the above table, I hope all of the members able to see the screen, right? Okay. So for example, if you are observe here, so age is actually here what we are assigning the constraint. So age constraint is nothing but a numerical data type. Why? Because if you observe here, so here we are not mentioned actually integer or maybe number or whatever it may be, it is accepting numerical value. But here we are entered character data type. So that is nothing but violates the rule, right? So that's why that type of constraints are referred as domain constraints. What is the meaning of domain? Nothing but a column. Okay, column which type of data type is allowed to assign that particular field is nothing but a domain. Okay, entity integrity constraint. So the entity integrity constraint states that primary key value can't be null. This is because primary key value is used to identify the individual rows in relation, and if the primary key has null value, then we can't identify those rows. So nothing but here we are assign some constraint that is belongs to an entity. So here we are mentioned primary key. So what is the purpose of primary key? Is used to uniquely identify the data from the database. Okay, not allow the null values if it is a primary key. We are already seeing that in the previous case. So next one is the referential integrity. So referential integrity means, so here we are consider two tables, and these two tables are joined with the help of common field. So these common field, one of the table may be treated as the primary key. Okay, and in the secondary table considered it is a foreign key, and we are already discussed how we are create the foreign key. Am I right? Okay, next one is the here we are discussing about different types of commands of SQL. So nothing but DDL commands, DML commands, and DCL commands and TCL commands. Am I right? So now today we try to discuss about we try to discuss about please wait here 1 minute. I hope all of the members able to hear my voice and share my screen also. Okay. So now we try to see. So actually this is the lab manual. So I will try to forward later in the group. Okay, if you observe here, so this is nothing but built-in functions, string functions, numeric functions, date functions. So nothing but these are the SQL functions. Okay, so we try to execute parallelly. So how we are open the SQL? So just you type the SQL in the run search box, then it will be appear run SQL command, and then we will see run SQL command and SQL prompt. Right? So connect. In the last class we are creating one ID. So what is that? Connect CS, I think 511. I don't know actually. Yeah, connected. I hope all of the members able to see the screen also. So now first of all we try to see so built-in functions. Okay, ASCII. So what is the function of ASCII? It returns the number code that represents specified character. So that means if you are giving the ASCII value, so then it will be giving that particular ASCII value of that particular number. Okay. So now I try to see how it will be returns. Okay. Select. Please wait here 1 minute. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay. Okay. Hello. Okay. Here I'm using ASCII function. So how I am using the ASCII function? Select ASCII of okay capital A from dual. So what is the meaning of dual means? So when we are giving like this, then it will be take the output from the system. So whatever it may be the current system. Okay. So here it will be returns the ASCII value of A. So in the same way we can returns the ASCII value of small a also 97. Okay. So in the same way it will be giving the name also here. For example, maybe Abi. So then also it will be consider the first letter of that particular string. Okay, so this is the function of ASCII. If you having the possibility, please note down this. Okay, otherwise we will I will send you later. No problem about this. Okay, so this is the one of the built-in function. So according to the string. Okay, so in this example also here select ASCII as so number code insert into student s name. Select ASCII as name as particular this one. Okay, no problem. Okay, next one concat. I think the name is implies here it will be performs the concatenation. Okay, concatenation means nothing but adding the two strings. What is the syntax for to this concat string 1 and string 2? Okay, so just to try to see through an example. Okay, I hope all of the members are able to see the screen clearly, right? May I continue my session? Okay, select. Okay, what is the function concat? For example, here I'm giving some name. For example, here I'm giving my favorite actor, Mahesh. Okay, Babu. Okay, from Jewel, Mahesh Babu. Okay, select concat Mahesh Babu. Okay, so nothing but this will be performing the concatenation, adding the two strings as a single string. So in the same way, we can give any type of the string here. For example, here we are giving CRR, and here we are giving CSC, CRR, CSC. Okay, in this type of way, we are using the concatenation. So next one is the length. So length of this returns the length of the specified string. So what we are specified here. So for example, select length 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 crr engnwring. Okay, engineering from Jewel 14 letters. If you having any type of the confusion, so I will remove this. Just only giving CRRE, simply 4. Okay. So this is about length. So up to now we are discussing about, so first of all, written ASCII function, and another one. So we are discussing about concatenation, concat. So next one is the length. Okay, we try to see next one. So replace. Okay, replace. For example, here, if you observe, replace the sequence of characters in a string with another set of character. What is the syntax for to this? Replace, expression, pattern, replacement. For example, here, first of all, we are consider the first string, second string. Okay, this second string, so nothing but, so where to be replaced? Okay, so which is to be replaced? So if you are observe the example here, good morning, morning is there. So in that morning, we are replaced with the day. Okay. So just to try to observe here, select. So first of all, we try to consider so total string. For example, CRR, CSC. So here we are mentioned. So where to be replaced? So next, what to be replaced? Okay. Okay. So here we are using the function is nothing but replace. Okay, sorry, here I am not using dual. Okay, if you observe here, CRR engineering is there. Actually, CRR CSC is the original string, but CSC is replaced with engineering. Okay, if you want to another one, so I will give another example for you. For example, maybe uh, here we are consider computer. Okay, science. Here I am giving ENGG. Sorry, science, 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 and here I'm giving engineering. Okay, so if you observe here, computer engineering, so computer engineering. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood this. Okay, next one, lower and upper and unit cap. So we try to see. Okay, first of all, lower means nothing but whatever it may we are consider the string. So it will be written in the lowercase letters. Okay, for example, select. Okay, lower. Here we are giving CRR ENG engineering from Jewel. Okay, so actually I'm giving in the capital letters and using the lower function. Okay, it will be converts the given string into lowercase letters. If you observe here, CRR engineering in the lowercase letter. In the same way, we can use the upper also. Can use the upper UPP here, but the given input is in the lowercase letters. Then only we are able to see. Right. Okay, so in the same way we are using another function is nothing but init cap. So the first letter will be the capital. The first letter will be the capital init cap. So all the letters in the string value converted, but the first letter in the nothing but first letter is the capital letter. Okay, so just to try to see, select init cap. Okay, so here no need, sorry, init cap. Here observe here. So the first letter will be the capital. Okay, and next one is the alpad. So nothing but alpad means nothing but returns the string value and padded with some particular symbols. If you observe here, returns the string value left padded with pad value. So that means whatever it may be, padding means nothing but adding. So it will be add the some string from the left side to the string. Okay, whatever it may we are mentioned here. If you observe here, select lpad string 1 string value and n. So what is the total length of the string? and next one is the pad value. So what is to be mixed here? So if you observe here, hello is the 5 letters actually. Here mentioned 7. So that means total required length of the string is 7. And what to be replaced in the 2 letters hash? So that is from at the left side. Okay. So now we try to see. Select lpad. Okay. For example, here we are consider. So what is the string actually? So here I'm giving the capital letters CRRE. Okay. So I want to be the total length of the string is 10. Okay. Next. So which is to be replaced? Star. Okay. From jewel. Here observe here. So this is total length of the string is 10. Why? Because CRRE is the 4 letters, but I'm expecting 10 letters. Then what is to be replaced in the 6 letters? Star. That is from at the left side. In the same way, if you are giving here R pad, then it will be pad at the right side. Okay, in the exam point of view, also asking this question. So can you explain any type of the SQL functions? Then we can write any one of them like lower, upper, length, unit cap. Okay, and another one ASCII and concat. Okay, so and another thing like this LPAD and RPAD. Okay, so we will be easily remember this. And another one is the numerical functions. So this one is the absolute. So absolute returns the absolute value of that particular value. Okay. So now we try to see. For example, select. So absolute means it is not consider the sign of that particular number. Why? Because these are the numerical functions. Okay. So that's why here, for example, maybe I'm giving absolute value of minus 25 from jewel. So it will be returns only 25. So that means not considering the sign of that value. So in the same way, here we are giving positive sign. That is also not considered. So in the same way, here we are giving just without written this. So just it will be giving the value. Okay. In the same way, so we will try to give another one 25.8. So that means absolute value will be written by using this function. So that is nothing but absolute. So next one, seal. Seal means nothing but returns the integer value is that greater than or equal to that number. Okay. So now we will try to see this. Okay. Seal means it will be returns to the its highest value. For example, maybe select. Okay. Seal of, for example, 25.8 from jewel. Then it will be returns 26. In the same way, it will be here 23.23 from jewel. So then also 26. If you are giving here 25.1, then also 26. So that means seal function is nothing but it will be rounds its nearest next value. Okay, highest value. Okay. So in the same way, floor is opposite for to this. So that means floor means not consider the highest value. For example, maybe here we are giving 25.9. Then it will be considered only 25. So even though it is a 25.9, it will be treated as 25. So in the same way, 25.3. Okay. Seal and floor. Seal means nothing but rounds to its highest value. Floor means rounds to its lowest value. So actual round. So we already know about this round. So round. For example, if it is 25.3, 25. If it is a 25.6, then 26. Okay. Okay. 25.8, 26. Okay. If it is a 25.4, then 25. Okay. We also know about this round, right? Okay. Next, date functions. So up to now we're discussing about string functions and numerical functions, right? So now we try to discuss about the date functions. So first of all, we try to display. So I hope all of the members able to understood. If you are not understood this, don't worry about this. I will post the material in the group, and better you try to watch after the completion of this class. I will upload this video in the YouTube. Okay, so you can watch from there also. And if you have still any type of doubt, you can contact me personally, no problem. Okay. So for example, if you want to display, first of all, I clear the screen here. Okay. For example, if we want to display today date, then how we can display the date? Select sys date. Okay. Select sys date from Jewel. So what is the meaning of sys date? Means nothing but it will be display the current date of the system. So actually this is the format for the system data 22 APR 21. So that means 22 is the date, APR is the month, and 21 is the year. Okay. So here the month name will be treated as the first three letters. Okay, this is the format for data. So if you are consider the date data type, then we can give the data input insert. We can give the input in the same format. Okay. So in the same way, how we can display the time? So select sys timestamp. Okay, sys timestamp from the Jewel. If we are giving like this, then we will be see what's the time. So it will be written total date time. So 9:32:24. So that means now the time is 9 o'clock 32 minutes 24 seconds. And another one is the format. So that is the format for the time. So different types of formats to displaying the time. So that is the one of the format, and it will be written whether it is the AM or not. Okay. So these are the date and time functions. Now we try to discuss remaining one. So first of all, add months. So return date value after adding in months to the date X. For example, so we will see the syntax add underscore months date comma n. So that means here we are adding some months from specified date and specified number. Okay, for example, maybe here today date is actually 22. Am I right? So if we are adding 3 months to this, then what will be the date? So maybe the, for example, if it is a 3 months, so then May, June, July. So 22 July, 21 is the, if we are adding months, am I right? Select add underscore months. Okay. First of all, here we are specifying the date. So what is the date today? So sys date actually. Okay. So we can give like this. So otherwise we can give the format also. Okay. For example, here I'm giving 3 from Jewel. In some type of situations not accepting this, then we try to give the total data. Okay. Try to give the total data. So 22/04/2021. So what's the problem? Not, oh, sorry. Actually, the date format is 22 APR. Okay. You can observe here 22 July. So in the same way, if we are adding 6 months, then so today is the April. So we are adding 6 months. So that is nothing but October, right? 22 October. Okay. I hope all of the members are able to understood this. Okay, next one is the months between. How many number of months between from specified date to specified date? So for example, if we are giving the same one, select months underscore between. Okay. For example, here we are mentioned two dates. For example, 1 Jan 2021, comma. Okay. Today date. For example, maybe 1st December 2021. So for example, I'm giving like this. So that means here, so I'm giving how many number of months between the 1st Jan 2021 to 1st December 2021. So just we try to see 11. Okay. And we'll discuss another one. Last day. Last day, it is used to determine the number of days remaining in the month from the date X is specified. Okay. So what is the last day of this month? What is the last day of this month? Select last underscore day from, for example, 22/04/2021. Okay. Sorry. Here the month is APR. Okay. 30th April. So in the same way, we are giving here 01 or 05. Okay. So May. 31st May is the last date. Okay. Is it right or not? So just to try to see. April is having only 30 days. Right. So in the same way, we are observing here May is having 31st days. Right. So nothing but here returns the last day of this month. Whatever it may, we are specifying the date. Okay, next conversion functions in SQL. So nothing but here we are using to char. So nothing but whatever it may be, here we are giving character. So that will be converted into the some string value. So here converts the numeric and date values to a character string value. It cannot be used for calculation since it is a string value. For example, select to underscore char sysdate day month and year format from the dual. So then it will be displaying the this one will be converts like this day. So what is the day and month and what is the year? So actually here we are consider the sys date, but it will be converts into the string format. So in the same way, date. So to underscore date converts a valid numerical and character values to the date value. Date is formulated to the format specified date format. So if you are observing here, select to underscore date, 1st Jan, some particular year. So it will be converts into the some date value. Okay. And next one is the here NVL. So if X is a null, then replace with the Y. So X and Y must be the same data type. Okay. So for example, maybe, so we can replace with the another value. So nothing but here, select NVL57 from dual. So then nothing but here, okay, we will try to see to underscore char. So first of all, to underscore char, select to underscore char. Here we are mentioned sysdate. Okay. Next here we are mentioned. So if you observe here, So first of all, here mentions state, next day, month, year. Okay. Day, month, year from dual. Okay. Here observe here. Here I am giving sysdate, and that will be converted to the day, month, year. Okay, from dual. So today date is Thursday, and month is April, and year is 2021. So nothing but 2021. Okay, 2021. So it will be converts into the character. So we will try to see try to give another example here. So day, month, and So we can give any type of the format like this. Okay. For example, here I am giving year now and year, month, day, 2021 April, Thursday, like this. Okay. In the same way, here we can give the nothing but whatever it may, we are giving the whatever it may be characters, those are will be converted into the string function. Okay. So for example, if we are giving the 2 underscore date here, so then it will be converts into the date format. So here we are consider some date. So the date will be converted as, so nothing but here it will be converts into the date format. Okay. So converts a valid numerical and character values to date value. Okay. So just to try to see. Here observe here. So here I'm giving sys date today. So that will be converts into the numerical, date format. Okay. So I will try to give here the date just to try to see. It's an example actually. 0 to 09 1984. Okay. So here we try to give September valid identifier. Okay. Okay. So up to now we're discussing about different types of functions. So those are related to the string functions and numerical functions and date functions. Now we try to discuss about the data types. Okay. We'll try to discuss about the data types. So up to now we are using different types of data types. I'm right. So if it is the numerical, we will assign either integer, float, or decimal, or number. Okay. In the same way, if it is a character, we will assign either char or varchar. Right. So we are having and another data type is nothing but date. So date is assigned to another data type, and here we are giving maybe the image. If we are insert some image, then we are using blob. Okay, or maybe club. So we will try to see. Okay, we will try to see now. If you are observe here. Okay, char of size. So in the case of Oracle data types, okay, Oracle data types, char of size. Here we will be mentioned. So when we are specifying some field, so then we can mention the data type is like this, char of type. It is used to store character data within the predefined length. So whatever it may be a specified length, so only that length will be occupied for that particular variable. It can be stored up to 2000 bytes. Okay, 2000 bytes. So in the same way, unchar of size. So nothing but here we are specifying that size, char size. Okay, unchar. Okay, here it is used to store national character data with the predefined length. Same, it will be also stored up to 2000 bytes. So varchar. So it is used to store variable string data. So we are already using that. So varchar and varchar2 is also another data type. So varchar 2 is storing up to 4000 bytes. Okay. In the same way, varchar it is same like as the varchar size. Okay, but it is suggested, but in some type of versions, maybe accepting varchar 2. Okay, in some situations, maybe we will be use varchar. So varchar 2 is nothing but advanced. Okay, and varchar is another one. So it is used to Unicode string data within the predefined length. We have to must specify the size and varchar 2. Okay, it will be stored up to 4000 bytes. So that means simply we will be remember this. So character means it will be able to store up to 2000 bytes. Okay, varchar means nothing but it will be able to store up to 4000 bytes. Okay, so and we will be storing the values. So for example, we will simply assign number, but we don't know how much of it will be accepting the range. Am I right? So it contains precision p and scales. So precision, so that means here we will be assign some values also. So how many number of values? So here range from 1 to 38, and scale sc can range from -84 to 127. So that means here we will be mention the size also. So if it is a precision, so like maybe point values, so then we are using number. And in the same way, float is also used for to storing the floating point values. We also know about what is a float point, am I right? So it is subtype of the number data type. Precision p can be ranged from 1 to 126. In the same way, binary float, it is used to binary precision. So in some type of situations, maybe we will be consider the binary. So at the time of the situation, we will be using binary underscore float. So it requires 5 bytes. So another one is the binary double. Okay. So it will be storing up to 9 bytes. Okay. So and another one is the time and data types. So date. So date is also one of the data type. So just we see, I think I'm right or not. Okay. So it is used to store valid date time format with the fixed length. So it ranges from varies from January. Okay. So now up to so 9,999 AD. Okay. So next one is the timestamp. So timestamp format is year, month, and date, and follows the hours, minutes, and seconds. Just we are see, right? So select system from stamp. So it will be written that. So select this timestamp from jewel. So then it will be written. Sorry. Then it will be written date and hours, minutes, seconds, and format also. Right. So next one is the large object data type, lob. Okay. So just I mentioned that. So when we are storing the images into the database, for example, how we are storing the images in the database with the help of blob or maybe clob. Okay. So it is used to specify unstructured binary data. It ranges from, okay, it is used to specify unstructured data. Binary ranges from 2 to the power of 32 minus 1 bytes or 4 GB. So that means up to it will be accepting the 4 GB size. B file, it is used to store binary data in external file. It ranges goes up to 2 to the power of 32 minus 1 or 4 GB. Okay, next clob. Clob is also same like that. So use it to store the images. So up to accepting the 4 GB. So next enclob. So enclob means nothing but here we are specifying the size. Okay. So this is also accepting up to 4 GB. Okay. Next one is the raw size. Okay. It is used to specify the variable length of raw binary data. So accepting up to 2000 bytes per row. So next one is the long row. So this will be also accepting up to 2 GB. Okay. So these are the different data types in a SQL. So I think today we are completing the second unit. Why? Because our syllabus, in our syllabus, just we are having the syllabus, the relational data model and basic SQL queries and SQL functions and SQL data types. Okay, actually today is second unit is completed, but we try to practice some extra queries. Okay, so like joins and some other operations, like maybe how we are using in, how we are using and, how we are using R, how we are using union, intersect, minus. So like this. So we will try to discuss about different types of queries in the next class. Okay. So for example, maybe in the exam point of view, asking the question is like this. What are the explain SQL data types and SQL functions? Then you can write any type of the functions. For example, if it is a numerical function, we can give whether it is a round or seal or floor or absolute or ASCII. So all these are the numerical functions. If it is a string functions, we can give lower, upper, unit cap, concat, okay, replace. So LPAD, RPAD, in the same way LTrim, RTrim also. So I think we are not discussing about LTrim and RTrim. So just we will try to see to discuss now. Okay, select Altrim. I think the name is implies here. It will be performing the trimming from left side. CRRE. Okay, CRRE from left side. Am I right? Two letters from Q1. Uh, yeah, what here we are not mentioned. What are they? Okay, I will try to explain the next class. So just to try to see what is the syntax for this. And you do one thing. Actually, I forget this. So better you try to practice number of queries from the Google. So like this. So for example, maybe you can type the SQL commands or queries, whatever it may be, no problem. SQL commands. So then you can see the W3 schools. Okay. So then at the left side, number of queries are there. So better you try to practice all these queries. So otherwise, if you hang the grip on these queries, so we will be get good marks in the exam point of view at the same time. So maybe in the we will be face efficiently in the interviews also. Okay. For example, maybe just to try to see one of the thing. For example, maybe delete. If you observe here, SQL delete. So how we are doing this? Delete from table name where condition. So here we mention the condition example and try yourself also. So that means if you having the not possibility to load the software in your system, so then you can practice from here. We can run SQL here. So then it will be, so we will be see the result also. So better you try to practice more number of queries from, so any type of the sites, the number of sites are there. Okay, you can practice so these queries. So I think we are not find out one thing from now. So that is Altrim, right? So just to try to see that syntax, Altrim syntax. So if you are doing some mistake, so then we are not able to. So if you are observe here, select Altrim sample. Select Altrim. Okay, I think time is exceeding now. Sorry for the exceeding the time. So I will try to discuss tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay, I will end the session now. So I will explain in the next class how you are using LTrim and RTrim. So actually today our syllabus is completed, second in it. Okay, I will try to give the assignment in the next class. Another thing, uh, I will discuss some other queries, extra queries, and we'll try to doing some queries practice in the next class. Okay, if you have any other doubts, you can contact me personally. Thank you, one and all.